Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who?
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Second down and 10, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. Fighting his way through contact. And down to the 11. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
On first down, Darnold. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Gun now on 3rd down. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken at the 23. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. New York set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They run, Montgomery, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jets have recovered. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you, it's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 1st and 10 following the fumble recovery. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold now to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Detroit!
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. This is Booker on the dump off. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Detroit! Over!
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. The 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
They'll throw now on the final play. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Balaj. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle?
Lucky 56.
That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early. But I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back now in Pittsburgh. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Flynn. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk, a big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Leopard!
Now back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best.
On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Balaj. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Catch it, catch
it. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So out now come the Jets. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Darnold from the gun. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Let's go.
They'll run here with Bootz. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They run it with Bootz. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they won't run a play here. No victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch him now, Barney.
One last throw now for Darnold. throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.